Good morning. Good morning. All right. I am Peter. I'm gonna try to stay in first person, but Simon Peter, um, officially my name. Um, I'm in a gang. I'm a gang member. Um, there's 12 of us in our gang called the Disciples. Yeah. And as you can see, I stay strapped. I keep it on me at all times. Um, I had a couple stories um, that you might have heard about me. One story was I was with the leader of our gang, Jesus, and the cops and the high priest was coming to get Jesus, and I had to step in. I cut his ear off, but some stories say Jesus might have put the ear back on. Well, I don't know, but I know I did what I had to do to protect Jesus at the time. Um, so I guess you can call me like one of his frontline soldiers at the moment. That story is in Luke if you want to go back, and I'm not gonna talk about that story, but you can check that out in Luke chapter 22, and also in John chapter 18. Another story you might have heard. I rejected Jesus 3 times after he told me I would, you know. So he pretty much knew everything. But I did declare my love for Jesus 3 times. Tried to balance it out a little bit. Um, but Jesus knew I would do that as well. Um, I'm a fisherman. I met Jesus. I was fishing. I was with my brother Andrew. Andrew introduced me to Jesus. Jesus told me like, hey, you fishing kind of wrong. You know, you got to use a certain kind of bait. You know, tie your bait. You know, go try some shrimp instead of the worms. Depending on what you're trying to catch, you got to have the right bait. You know, and so he told me to go out to a certain area and fish. Me and my brother Andrew went out there, and we never been in this area. We never used that kind of bait, but we caught so much fish it almost sank our boats. So Jesus kind of was like the plug. He told me like where to go and how to be successful and where I went. All right. Um, so the story that I want to speak on with with Peter, was again, I was with my gang. We was having a event. Jesus told us to get on a boat, go to the other side of the ocean. He had some stuff for us over there to do. And we went. It started getting real rocky. It was a storm out there. Me and my gang, we were scared. We was out there. We were nervous. We were scared. Like, yeah, it was a bad storm. And while we trying to figure out if we're gonna survive this storm, I see my man Jesus out there. He walking towards us. But he walking on the water towards us, and that scared us too. Like, we know Jesus, we know him, we with him every day, but we ain't never seen him walk on water. So Jesus out there on the water, and I was kind of, I had a little boldness to me, so I said, "Hey, Jesus, that's you." He said, "Yeah, that's me. I'm out here." I was like, "That's really you. Let me come out there with you, right?" I had to have a little bit of faith. Like, I know that's Jesus. He called. We talking to each other. He said, "Come on out here." So, um, I got out the boat. I got out the boat. I was locked in on Jesus. I was focused. He was like, "Come to me." I got out the boat and I started walking to Jesus in the middle of a storm, and I'm walking on water. That you know, I started noticing lightning though, and I looked down. I'm like, "Oh man, I'm on water. I never did this before," and I lost focus. I lost focus. I started worrying about everything else. I thought I seen my peoples back there in the boat, and my faith lowered. And as my faith lowered, I lowered. You know, I'm a fisherman, not a swimmer. You know, we do all our fishing in the boat. So I started to sink. And Jesus said, "Hey, I got you." And he pulled me up, and we went back in the boat. So you have to stay focused on Jesus through adversity. All right, if it's a lot of stuff in your life, a lot of storms that may arise, you may have the initial faith to step out there. But if you start focusing on everything else around you, you lose focus on God. That faith wearies, and you may not be successful. That's not the recipe for success. Staying focused on God through it all, through adversity, you can walk on water. You can do the impossible. You can achieve things that you want to achieve. All right. And that's it. That's it. Yep.